Okay, this comment, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, I'm jealous. This is quite literally how I felt as a child. Long story short, I was convinced I was adopted, and I would analyze all of my baby photos trying to find a sign, because I felt so different to my siblings, but I never had that sense of belonging, and it really affected my self-worth and my confidence. I thought I was an A-grade idiot. I thought I would never accomplish anything in my life, career-wise, education-wise. It sucked. This is all my dad. I just want to preface that. This is not my mum. I love my mum. She's amazing. But my dad had undiagnosed ADHD, and I had a lot of behavioral things going on. I was really messy, I was unorganized, and my dad was a clean freak. He wanted clean rooms all the time. So I was his worst nightmare. When I was 8, I started seeing a therapist, obviously not a good one, because she didn't diagnose me with ADHD. But my dad decided it would be a really good idea if he got the camcorder, the flip one. He decided to record my bedroom with how messy it was, and sit down and show my therapist in front of me and make me feel disgusting because of how messy my room was. Now, this has stayed with me for my entire life. My entire life. This moment of me sitting in this chair with my dad doing that, feeling so humiliated. I get so sad because I only realized that I was actually not a dumb person not that long ago. And it's taken me a long time to be able to be like, oh, no, okay, I have a seat at the table. I can have an intellectual conversation. I'm not that stupid. And I guess, imagine what that would have done with my confidence. Where would I be? I probably would have finished school. I could have gone to university. Where would I have been if I didn't have that feeling as a child? I said in that video, it could be trauma talking. My responses 100% actually are trauma responses. When I see these things happening, when I see it in person or I see it on here, any child to have the feeling that I felt, I am the sign of why we should try not to do these things, because look at my experience. I want sympathy. I am so fine with everything that has happened. It's here. It's that kind of damage, but my body remembers it. So I feel a physical response when I see these things happening. I don't want anyone to ever feel like I'm shaming them as a parent, because I think we are all working so hard and there's so much pressure. Everyone's telling us what to do, what we should do, what we shouldn't do, whatever. But I just guess I wanted to tell my story because I think it's important. It does not mean that I think I'm a perfect parent. I'm not. I could sit here and tell you 50 stories about things I regret and things I would do differently. And because mums and dads and parents and caregivers, we're not perfect. You're going to make mistakes, but it's just the work that comes after it that is so important. A little editing me here. I just want to add one more point, that I feel as if there's a huge difference between talking about your experience with motherhood versus making your child feel like a burden, and it's their fault that you're sleep deprived, or it's their fault that you feel a certain way. It's really difficult because I don't want to ever be seen as not authentic, or that my children do not have these big feelings. They 100% do. I just want to respect their privacy, and I do not think there is any child that does not have meltdowns or does not have big feelings. It's a given. I just don't ever want to, voice that and voice my struggles with my particular children's behaviors, if that makes sense.